Today we've got some 2K25 news, of course, but I also got into some drama with like the new Ronnie 2K of the 2K community, so that's important. But I do want to go over what I feel like is most important, and that is the 2K25 news that we recently got. So drop a like, and towards the end, man, we'll get into that if you guys care about it. Okay, so look, Wolf, former 2K League professional turned 2K developer, had this to say: "My favorite takeovers in 2K25 to use is Chef. It boosts your 3-point, mid-range, and ball handle, great for 3-point hunting guards. Satellite boosts your 3-point, mid-range, and speed, ideal takeover for elite off-ball shooters. And then Gifted Hands boosts steal and 3-pointer, perfect takeover for all the 3 and D players out there. With over 70 takeovers to choose from in 2K25, you will find one that fits your own play style." Now, of course, y'all know, bro, that actually watch my content, I play on every single build throughout the year, every play style almost, except for, I mean, I don't really make post scores like that, but y'all know what I'm talking about, bro. I make a Kyrie Irving build, a meta build, a Kobe build. I mean, a lockdown, it doesn't matter, right? So, of course, I'm going to be trying a lot of these out and giving you guys my opinion on it when the game releases, but we've got some new ones as well from another tweet where Wolf said, "I saw a lot of questions about big man takeovers. Here are some of my main takeovers I use when playing big. Glass Gunner, boost 3-point, defensive rebound, and offensive rebound, perfect for bigs who want to grab boards and shoot from 3. Unit, boost offensive rebound, standing dunk, and close shot, ideally for the inside bigs who want to mash. The Commander, boost interior defense, block, and defensive rebound. Control the paint defensively. It will be a tough bucket for anyone trying to slash." So let me know y'all's opinions on that if you want to give that, but we got some more stuff to talk about, okay? Because Zach Timmerman, who's like the OG Mike Wang, he used to give us a lot more information back in the day, and then they kind of gave it more to Mike Wang. I don't know how it all works, but I'm just telling you guys the history if you weren't there. So someone said, "You're only able to select one takeover this year, or how does that work?" He said there's 72 takeovers. You qualify for them based on your attributes, just like badges. You can view them in the builder to know what your player will eventually qualify for. You choose one only in my career to utilize at a time. You can swap takeovers between games. So honestly, I've actually just finally digested all that information correctly. I actually do like that they're now where you can't just have a certain takeover. You can't just be like 25 steal, 25 perimeter, and pop defensive takeover or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that is nice. Of course, obviously, if you had 25 steal, it didn't really do much for you if you pop defensive take properly, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it kind of makes a little bit more sense. However, 72 might be overkill. We'll see when the game comes out. Now, look, I want to go back to a tweet that we might have talked about in a news video, but it's important, okay? I said, "I genuinely can't think of what the main selling points for 2K25 will be." And this was last month, by the way. Last year, it was the quote-unquote legend grind, new affiliations, pro play, and crossplay. The only big thing I can think of is a ranked mode, but I bet they do it wrong. And female my players, which doesn't get me jumping out my chair, lol. So I've been trying to give you guys a little bit of information on what's going on, what's probably going to happen before it's happened, like I did last year. And to this date, 2K still hasn't dropped a main selling point that I know of. I mean, you guys might have one, but what do we have, right? There's no crossplay, there's no legend grind, there's no big fancy words like that. Okay, so Power just said yesterday on Twitter, just a reminder that around this time last year, Ronnie tweeted about the level system being back. It feels like we're missing that kind of major announcement for 2K25. We've seen the builder, gameplay, WNBA, and my career details, but there's no big new feature to really build hype yet. Now, there is going to be one thing that comes out, but it's gonna be, it's gonna sound great, but we really won't know if it's good at all until the game comes out. And when that comes out, we will talk about it and we'll be able to discuss that further. But, let's just wait, okay? At the moment, we've basically not got anything that's like crossplay, legend grind, stuff like that. And even when this comes out, there's gonna be people excited, but there's a whole lot of people that aren't really gonna care for that. And also, this will kind of go into it, okay? So I have a friend that messaged me today, right? This is very, very important, okay? And this is what he told me. All right, he's got some inside info. He said, I have insider info that Titans will be up and working early season 1, and rumors that a no-meter script might be implemented as well. Look, I hate to be the bad guy or just seem like the bad guy for people that don't really pay attention. I've been telling y'all, this is my most realistic news ever of the, before the game comes out, news cycle. I've been trying to make sure you guys are realistic with how the game is going to come out. People are saying I'm crying, I'm complaining because I said Titans are going to be in the game when the game comes out. I'm complaining because I said that 95% of the community would love just an option to turn off this realistic shading and stuff. I'm complaining because I told a lot of people through years of knowledge and proof that a third party, 2K Labs, when the game releases, finds out that some badges don't even matter, that gold badges is the same as silver, or it's not really that big of a difference at all, that it doesn't even matter to upgrade your points, that you wasted money on your build. I'm complaining because I told 2K they should fix that. I mean, of course, sometimes I do have some less important complaints, right? But I've been trying my hardest to be honest with you guys, to not set unrealistic expectations this year. We see it. There's not anything big at the moment that has really came out that we just talked about, right? Titans are going to be in the game. There's going to be issues. Y'all know this is a yearly release game. When 2K24 came out, the input delay was horrible. They had to fix that. They had a lot of fixes to do when the game first came out. It's going to happen. If I got to be the bad guy, I'll be the bad guy. But anyway, 2K Labs tweeted this out, and this is really important, okay? So a 6'1" guard on 2K25, this is from some builder news that 2K gave us, with a 6'7" wingspan, had a 93 pointer, okay? Remember that, 6'7" wingspan, 6'1". If you compare that to 2K24, as you see right here, it now has a 93. So it's a 3 less 3-point difference on 2K25. And that's important because a lot of attributes and heights and weights and wingspans, it's not going to play out the same on the new game. And hopefully that means that they're trying to kind of minimize demigods like they were talking about. We don't want any certain one build to be the best build by far. Of course, I've told you guys before, like when I post a best build video, there isn't ever a first #1 best build by far for every area of the game, unless we're talking about like 2K21 next gen, where it was like the 6'9" power forwards are by far the best build. But when I post a best build video, it is one of the best builds. It's specifically made usually for like 2s or 3s, or sometimes I'll explain to you guys in the video, this build could actually play in 2s, 3s. I'm going to take it to the wreck. This is where I think it could succeed at. In this area, it is easily one of the best builds in the game, and in my opinion, it's up there, right? So we don't want to see a build that is just like, okay, you can use this for Pro-Am, Rec, 1s, 2s, 3s, you can play lockdown, bring the ball up the court. Like, obviously we don't want to see something that is just, and what I mean is, I'm not saying superstar builders or role players, but I'm saying a build like, let's just say 2K21 next gen, where just one specific height on a certain position is just so much better than the other ones, to the fact that you are at a nasty disadvantage if you don't make that exact height, build, all that type of stuff. So look, I got into some drama on Twitter, and I want to fully clarify, break this down so we never have to talk about it again. Now, I've only brought up Community Day a few times this year, and for some reason, some people think I just bring it up all the time. So look, this was my first time bringing it up in about 10 months. Last month, when I first talked about it since last year, and I said on Twitter, Community Day invites went out for 2K25, and you won't be seeing me there. Just want to make it clear for people who don't know, I've made content on 2K for around 8 years, and I've never been invited. Of course, I didn't expect one, but I'm just saying, okay? In previous years, have I been upset that I was not invited to Community Day? I would be lying to you if I told you no. I've told you guys. I'm an open book with you guys, which we'll talk about in a minute. However, was I upset this year when I found out people were getting invites? No, I know. Like, it's not this like, oh, I know there's a high chance. I knew there was a 100% chance I was not getting invited this year. Okay. So I've already been prepared for that. I'm not upset that I was not invited out there. And a lot of people don't understand this. I don't know what it is. 2K kind of brainwashed a lot of people in the community, the viewers, all that type of stuff. The logo and the community day is something that I'm not seeing. Like, it just means so much. Guys, at community day, of course, it would be nice to go to get content early, to post it at the same time everyone else does that gets to go there, right? To have the same advantages they do. But when they drop their news, I literally watch it, screenshot, grab the videos, whatever it is, post my own video on it. It's only a few hours late. It's only 1-2 videos of information. I get to profit off the same information they get, guys. It's not that big of a deal to me, okay? I literally get to make news videos on it. You guys understand it. We move on with our day. It's not crazy to me. Like, I'm not losing sleep over not being invited to an event, right? So anyway, I just wanted to fully break that down because some people just act like it's some crazy. Bro, I had a logo in 2K21. If you don't remember, if you weren't there, I literally gave it up, basically. I started talking about how I felt about 2K21 because I did not enjoy the game. You might have. I did not like the game at all. They took my logo. This is history. You can't rewrite it, okay? Anyway, I tweeted out yesterday, and this is what I said. Logos and Community Day set the 2K community back so many years. Actually insane to me how many people absolutely don't need either of those, but bend backwards for them. And I said years of so much voice that could have been used for the better of our game, but oh my God, I get to have a PNG over my head, which is a logo, right? It's a little picture over your head that people, for some reason, are just, they got a collar around them. They can't say nothing. They don't want to talk about any critiques they have of the game. And to be fair, there are some people that genuinely enjoy, like, let's say 2K24, with little to no complaints about the game. It's possible, but a lot of people are silenced and not able to say what they want. They're not able to use their voice. Imagine how, well, actually they could. So this is both, this is creators' faults and 2K, but 2K obviously designed it like this on purpose. What I'm trying to say is, imagine how much voice we could have used to make things better in our community, to try to get some change. Imagine if 5 of the biggest creators you could think of right now actually came out and was like, nah, I'm not cool with whatever this is, and people banded together and more news articles were posted and more people put engagement into that. It's obvious, okay, that some things would have a high chance to be changed for the better of our community. Anyway, Stacks Montana, not your boy Stacks. Coincidentally, that actually is my boy. I'm friends with him. This is Stacks Montana, OG 2K YouTuber. He is now like the new Ronnie 2K of the 2K community, right? He gives out logos. He's there for all the news rollouts. He sends community day invites, which we'll talk about in a minute. This is what he tweeted, and he said, y'all gotta learn how to put the phones down and stop tweeting when y'all mad, ... It's embarrassing. Now, following this tweet, he actually tweeted like 3 times, which is odd after reading that tweet, but he said, Community Day has given hundreds of creators, big and small, men and women, American and global, the opportunity to play the game early, tweet their thoughts, capture and post content they captured early, not to mention meet their online friends in real life, some for the first time ever, and somehow it's a bad thing. WTF, cut it out please. Just because you or the people you think should be there may or may not be there, it's an L event now. Please tell your people the truth about how you wanted to be at that L event though. I get so annoyed when I see people just flat out lying for likes. I'm done talking about it though, bruh. Now, I'm gonna obviously go into my response here, but I gotta give it to you, Stacks. You're not you're not a veteran with this media trained response right here. Men and women from across the globe, and I don't even dislike Stacks. We'll talk about that in a minute, but you're getting there, okay? You're getting there, and I want to break everything down, every single thing down. All right, so My response, it's called a ratio on Twitter. It should, like, usually when replies to a tweet get more likes, it's called a ratio, right? So that's what people are calling it, whatever. But this is what I had to say. I said, I'll start from the top because I don't know why, but you could have messaged me, tagged me, replied under my tweet. Every year, a good amount of people who deserve to be there are. I acknowledge that. However, many are invited simply for inclusivity to look good for the woke suits, while people who are objectively more deserving miss out. And I know you know that, just like the community does. Now, keep in mind, I haven't said me in any of these things. You know, we'll talk about that in a second. I don't think I asked anyone at 2K if I could go to 2K to the community day this year, and you can't gotcha me with DMs because I'm an open book to my audience. So they already know the truth, and that's that I listen to you. You guys know that we're watching the videos last year and others by trying, because I talked about this many times, by trying to be more respectful when critiquing and giving my opinion for a while last year, but the door got shut in my face and told you personally in the DMs, I've told them this, that it was deceiving that you say things like maybe you'd be there if you just didn't say the game's trash, when I definitely break my critiques down much further than that. Only reason I even try to get in good with y'all is so I could do my best to help make the game better. I've said this over and over like a broken record. I've said for years I'd literally test it out for free or anything just to help. Don't need content early or anything. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. I made my bed with this and I sleep great knowing I'm honest with my people. Lastly, do you really think I'm quote unquote lying for likes? I'm lying so Elon can pay me 3 pennies off a tweet? Come on, man, that's my truth. I don't dislike you or anything. I literally used to watch you as a kid. If you guys don't know about Twitter Pay, bro, unless you're getting a ridiculous amount of views and stuff like that, you know, like millions of views off your tweets, you're not making any money, bro. No, like I'm not sitting out here trying to get 300 likes on a tweet so I can get $1 from Elon Musk, okay? So I want to break everything down, bro. Think about this. First of all, I'm not blacklisted. This is something that some people who are try to rewrite 2K history once again spout. It's nonsense. I'm not blacklisted because of glitches. When I posted my last glitch, it was 2K20. That was the last glitch I ever posted. Okay? I got a logo in 2K21, which means they forgave me for that. They gave me another chance. They were like, okay, you know, we understand what you did, but you can turn a new leaf, blah, 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 whatever. They forgave that. I was the one who started speaking out about the game, and they took my logo. All right. So, Stacks, you're doing great things for the community, and I want you to keep your job. I really do. I think that he could do a lot. This is a guy from he was a creator. You know what I'm saying? He can do great things. I just don't understand the point of jumping in front of things and acting oblivious to what's going on, right? Okay. Is it really for the community though? Think about community day. Ask yourself, if the community day is for the community, guys. Because YouTubers get to go there and record content, they get it early. They're playing a demo of the game. A demo that we could all have. Okay? Not just for creators. We could be playing that exact version they get to do with the game early. Right? If y'all was really for the community, there would be a demo. This is very obvious for some reason. There's a whole lot of brainwashing going on. And let's not even talk about me, because people, I'm not even talking about me in these tweets. You see, I'm not like, oh, why didn't I get invited? I'm just telling the honest truth that people are literally silencing themselves so that they can continue to go to these events. We know this. We know this. There's no reason to act like that's not happening. Why is Flexin not going to be at community day? Bro has like 500,000 subscribers. He barely tweets. Why is Flexin not going to be there? Dignify. Why is he not going to be there? A few years ago, like 7 years ago, he made some bad tweets. He apologized for it. He donated to charities. How long are you going to punish Dignify for what he did? Okay? Now, how about Brutal Sim? All City? Young Dirk? Gadman? Where are these people? It's not just me, bro. It's very unfortunate to see people there, Instagram thoughts and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Or people that don't even play your game or upload it that are there, right? Now, Stacks, look, I understand you want to be like the new Ronnie and I understand. It's your job to like, you can't really say anything bad. Like even with the WNBA news that just came out, you know, during the stream, you can't say anything. You can't say you don't really care about it, whatever it is. But check this out. Then he goes on to responding to this guy who was being racist about Mike Wang. He said something, you know, lower the cost of builds and give us back shoe deals to get free shoes. And he's like, these are the people y'all want us to listen to. He's calling Mike out of his name and being racist. The internet is so weird. Now, obviously, this guy's in the wrong, bro. He was being racist, right? But it's a clear agenda cherry picking that you just did right there. Like, there's no reason to do that, bro. There's plenty of people that are giving well-mannered, calm critiques of the game just like that without being racist. There's plenty of people. You know what I'm saying? Now look, this is what Swante had to say about this, okay? So this is like the same thing I'm telling you guys. If there was no logos or 2K Community Day, you know the whole gameplay would be better. Cost of the game and experience would be much cheaper and better also. There's a reason for that. Let's not act delusional. Know yourself and do you. 2K Community, you also will never, most likely never get a prelude or a demo again because of Community Day. So overall, it is a negative thing for 99% of the community. Facts, not feelings. It's true. All these creators get to play early. Bro, do you think that this benefits me? I'm literally calling out creators that I'm telling you right now. There's probably multiple people that are sick. And if the shoe fits, the shoe fits. That's how it is. I cannot not be honest with y'all. Now look, in the past, have I asked Stacks, like I said, you know, like, bro, have I asked to go to Community Day in previous years? Of course. Have I asked, bro, but I wasn't like, please let me go. Is it a bad thing that a guy where in this community, like the most subscribed Park YouTuber is like 1.1 million subs right now, Joe knows, right? That I'm like, you know, let's just say somewhere in the top 5 of most viewed, most subscribed, like I'm working from September to September. Now, I took some time off this year. I didn't upload as much towards the end of the year, but you see what I'm saying? Is it a bad thing if I ask to go to Community Day? Is that really a bad thing? Now look, like I told y'all, bro, I actually do not have any negative feeling towards Stacks. I'm not hurt that I didn't go to Community Day. All I did was tell the truth. All I did was say, if YouTubers were able to speak their mind, which they actually are able to, just a lot of them don't, we would have further progress in the community, and that set us back many years. With all these issues going on, we could have used our voice to band together. I've literally even went on video and told y'all that if many YouTubers were to join together and go on strike, I'd join the strike. I would not post 2K for months, whatever we had to do to try to get some change. And if it didn't work, it didn't work. Okay? But it's just not gonna happen. I've told you guys multiple times. So just remember that when someone's like, oh, Badge, you could just go on strike. Just me going on strike's not gonna do anything, bro. Like, yeah, it could be a tiny bit of damage, but like we would need a lot to be able to do something. I'm not saying that like I would just, I don't want to see 2K burn down. You guys know that. I want to see the game be as good as possible. That's why I'm so heavily critiquing it, because we know, most of us know watching this video or resonate with the fact that my opinion is we could get a much better product than what we're getting right now every single year. Is that so hard or so bad of a thing as a passionate gamer, as someone who's turned this into their career, to ask for a better product, to critique when business decisions are extremely egregious and greedy, and you know what I'm saying? Is it that bad of a thing? I don't know. But anyway, Stacks went on to Twitter today, and this is what he put. You know, of course, he was getting a lot of negative replies, and so I'm not going to get a reply, and that's fine. Okay, that is completely fine. I even told him privately, like, hey, if you want to talk about this, you know, let's talk about it. If you want to talk about it privately, let's do it. You know, I am down to literally have a conversation with Stacks or whoever it is, live, privately, whatever it is. But a big tweet that came out was Chalk saying, like, under my tweet, he was like, why don't you guys just be more transparent of who could be, you know, what is your metrics for inviting people to Community Day? And the reason that never is going to come out is very obvious. We know that, bro, if you just use your brain, because we know either way they lose, right? If they come out and say, okay, it's this and this, you need a certain amount of views a month or subscribers or whatever, then you're going to go, okay, well, why was this guy not invited? And then if they say, well, yeah, you got to do this, and you also got to not really say much bad things, which is the truth, then they would also take a L. You know what I'm saying? They're going to lose either way because we know the truth. Now, here is something that a lot of people don't understand. Because like I said, there's some new people, there's some people that forget, 2K history is rewritten. Back in the day, logos, community day, both of them were set up from the start to be for people who earned it. Like big creators. I'm Davis, Agent. Duke Dennis didn't even get a logo for a while. It was controversy for a long time. Duke didn't get one. You know, there's been a lot of people that were snubbed for a long time or didn't get one. It meant a lot back in the day. The reason why it doesn't mean anything now is because of what happened. It's political. These are political decisions that are going on. You know what I'm saying? This is not just, oh, like this guy deserves it. It's like, oh, well, you know, there's 25 guys here. Let's make sure we have at least 20 girls. And it's like, yeah, the girls should be there. There's some that actually do deserve to be there, but there's a handful that you can pick out and go, what? Why? I don't even, this girl, she streams just chatting on Twitch or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, why is she here? This person streams soccer. You're telling me you invited this person over Flexin? Or Young Dirk? Or Brutal Sim? Any of these guys? Like, I could go on for 20 more minutes. But anyway, you guys understand it. I'm not upset. I'm not. I try to give this as calm as possible and just give you guys exactly how I feel about it. I was just being honest. I kind of got dragged into it. I'm not gonna lie. But hopefully we never have to talk about it again. Because, or you know, Community Day is coming up, by the way. It's obviously coming up, so we're gonna talk about the information they get. But besides that, I'm not bringing it up. I'm not talking about it, you know? So anyway, click this video right here if you want to see more 2K25 news. Tap it, whatever you got to do. It's your boy Bash Plug. You've been plugged in. Click it, tap it. I'm about to leave anyway, so you might as well. And I'm out. Peace.